kidding.
Oh. But I walked into the office today. I was like, my energy is up.
Hey.
And then I don't know what just happened there. Hey, good to see you all.
Good to see you. Wait, Ryan's not here, so usually he's the one who just jumps in there. You want to do it? I got it.
Welcome to Pod Watcher, the official podcast of Watcher Entertainment. This is a show where we talk about stuff. We kick back. We feel ourselves. I don't know. Matt was holding his chest.
I'm
Shane Madej.
I'm Stephen Lim.
And I'm Lizzie Locker.
We got the Matt cam on right now, so you can't.
That's producer Matt Rial.
Put your hands together.
We gotta start working you. Yeah, we gotta.
No, that's too much. That's too much.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I just had a flashback to, like, you know, when you see like preschoolers or kindergartners do their like little song and dance in front of the class.
Their little song and dance. Let's see where this is going.
And the teachers behind them, they're doing like a recital or something.
Sure,
and
sure.
teachers behind them like mouthing like, okay, the Betsy Spine.
Like Amy Poehler.
And you were literally just doing that to Shane just now. Like, this is Pod
Watcher.
Yeah.
Well, my mom worked in live TV. So did my dad. And there was a lot of that behind the thing. You know, you're stretched.
I didn't realize you were part of a dynasty.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's so
And it ends
fascinating.
right here at Watcher Entertainment.
Does your mom still work for the news?
No, it's an exhausting.
It's a grind, I would
Industry.
imagine. Yeah. I think it's time that we re-workshopped the opening copy for this podcast.
I like
we don't
it.
have to do it here, but I think we should write something that's like pretty twisted.
Should
and
we
see if or the people in the comments can submit? Here's the thing. I turn on a podcast, I say, welcome to this podcast, the official podcast of, and I'm like, you know, what's going on?
Sure.
What do you want? Throw out some buzzwords you would
Hey.
like people to put in the...
Like, hey, all you sick puppies. It's
Yeah.
us, the twisted minds behind Ghost Files and what's the other shows we got?
We got top 5 beatdown.
mystery file heads,
What's up, File Heads? That's nice. Yeah.
you know.
I don't know. I'll write something for next week.
I like
I'm going to task you, and it doesn't have to be next week, but I'm going to task you with making a like shock jock intro.
I'll come up with like 5 different ones
Yeah.
of varying intensity.
It's time for Pod Watcher. We didn't intro the show, though, did we?
We did.
We did.
He
sort
got
of.
it. He
This is a
nailed
show
it.
where we
One more
talk
time?
about stuff.
I guess we're keeping on that.
We answer your questions. We answer our questions. We have a lot of questions. Today we're joined by the wonderful Lizzie Lockard, returning guest.
Thank you all.
Were you on the podcast previously when I was gone?
I think Ryan was gone. Maybe
Really?
it was you.
No, you were there, Shane.
I
We
think
talked
Shane
about
was-
Alien.
We talked about Alien?
Alien?
Because I
An
remember
Aliens?
You were
the
talking
only
about
thing
all the
I
Alien
remember
movies.
is
Have you been on the
talking
podcast
about-
twice before?
No, just once.
Just once. Okay.
Because you guys were talking about how Ryan was a really good middle seat.
Yeah.
Because he's good at, looking back and forth, getting folks involved.
He is good at
Isn't that right, Steven?
That's
Wow.
Wow, we don't need Ryan in here anymore. Speaking of which, Ryan
Bye.
say
he is currently on a well-deserved vacation. So
Yeah, he's
we
on
miss you,
vacation.
Ryan. He's not dead.
We
Hey,
think.
I
We
was-
haven't heard from him this morning.
I was a little late today because people were ordering too many smoothies at Lazy Acres. But I, as a bit of a
Give us a sniff, love.
an olive branch here, I've brought you all.
Oh, I can smell that from here. That's really nice.
Isn't that nice?
Give me a closer one.
I bought that at Lazy Acres.
Ooh, very autumnal.
It's called Golden. This is a candle I'm holding, a Golden Autumn premium scented candle, hand poured. A lively blend of apple and citrus unfolds into warm cranberry and spice, settling into a rich base of clove and wood.
Clove and wood.
Yeah.
Clove and
not
wood.
clove and wood.
Mm.
It's like
That's
apple
nice,
cider,
huh?
like or like mulled apple cider.
If this makes anybody sick, just let me know and we can always, douse it. But
A candle
thought-
could never.
I'm so
You know,
excited. I
that-
love candles, man. I'm a real sicko for candles.
Yeah, you've always got them in your office.
I do. I'm out right
I'm
now.
jealous of that.
Interesting that you turn the candle when you light it.
Do you
Well, it's
not?
I do a quarter turn.
It's all very
but
visual.
He went a
Shane-
sorry.
Shane
So Shane went
turned
90
the-
degrees with the candle.
That's how you do it.
Is it? I've been
Otherwise
doing it
you burn
wrong.
your fingies.
I've been doing it 45.
And on top of the candle, I have incense matches.
Wow.
These continue to burn. And that's a cinnamon smell. You smell that? I have them in the bathroom because we only have one bathroom here. And I've walked into that bathroom. I'm not going to name names. I've walked into it after certain people. And I've made a little foil tray in there that once you light it, you can set it in the foil tray and it will burn the incense.
That's what people are doing. I thought people were just leaving them there.
No, you leave them in the little foil tray and that's safe. And I have my fireman chit from Boy Scouts. I didn't complete. I was never an Eagle Scout. I quit.
You know, I was a junior firefighter explorer in the junior firefighter explorer program in Louisville, Kentucky.
You look like a firefighter. You look like a firefighter.
The mustache.
Wait,
it's the whole package. The mustache definitely helps, but
you know why they have mustaches?
Why?
Why?
It's fascinating.
For fun.
Wait, firefighters?
Yeah. There can't be a real reason.
I guess
There
they
is.
do.
So yeah, there is. Obviously, you cannot have because of the SCBA mask. You cannot have a full beard. So in order to, if you want to have facial hair,
it's just mustache
because you need and I'm sorry to show what I'm doing or I'll describe it.
He put his
tracing my
index fingers on his forehead and now they're moving all the way around his face.
To jawline. But you need you need a clean seal. So you have to keep that clean shaven.
Wow.
Yeah, but you can have a mustache.
So I think that offsets the toilet talk a little bit because we learned something today.
Right.
Should we talk about why we brought Lizzie onto the pod today?
Ryan's gone.
Well, also, we've been talking a lot about Ghost Files, and we're in Ghost File season right now.
And Steven just had a birthday.
And Steven just had a birthday.
Wait, we keep talking about it in the wrong week.
Steven, what'd you do for your birthday?
What did you do for your birthday? A week ago.
Okay, so my birthday was actually 2 days ago, but we're releasing this in a week. Apologies for all the time.
We're going to be talking about his birthday all year.
It's Matt, little oopsies. I'm putting it on him.
You know what? I make some mistakes here.
Hey.
I'm the only one doing it. So I feel pretty
You're the
good
only
about
one doing it? Making mistakes?
No, definitely not. But I'm the only one who makes this show. So the amount of mistakes that I've had, I feel pretty good about.
Oh, no, you're great.
Also,
no one's making me
I
feel
got to
that.
commend you on really spicing up the mailbag animation.
That was all you all.
You picked that funny photo of me with real long hair.
That was a lot of fun.
That was great. So yes, UK episodes starting.
Yes.
That's very exciting.
Yeah, and the finale, I believe, is going live on the Watcher TV streaming app, so you can watch that there as well. But yeah,
we screened that finale in LA a week ago or so.
It's
for the
my
first
favorite
time.
episode.
Really fun.
I love it. It was so fun to shoot and actually to like edit and see as well. So
you oversee the show.
I do.
So she's the producer of Ghost Files, sees it start to finish, and we brought you here today because Ryan has been sharing a lot about the way he ghost hunts. So we wanted to get behind the curtain a little bit and talk to the producer who does a lot of the behind the scenes work about what's really happening
Behind every successful man
is Lizzie Locker. Every man out there that's done good is because of me.
That sounds like more of a threat.
It was a threat and a promise.
She's gonna snap their necks. Steven, do you have questions? Specific
I
questions?
do actually, and Matt, if you want to ask some as well,
Nope.
Feel free. Okay, all right, it's all on me, baby. That's fine. No, but I found one conversation I found really fascinating with me, Shane, and Ryan, and more so they were just fighting, and I was kind of like listening to their conversation. Was the ethics of ghost hunting and how Ryan, when he goes into a place, he expects everybody there to know exactly what he's trying to do and not affect the results. So making sure it's locked down. If there are people on the site, making sure that they communicate with Ryan that there's, there could be a dog on site or somebody upstairs.
Or this tender subject, the sorrel weed house.
It is, yeah. That's how it came up.
By the way, I don't know if we've mentioned it on the podcast, but the folks from the Sorrel Weed House did chime off in the comments. They were like, hey, sorry about that. It sounds like someone made a mistake, which is really what I was just trying. It got so heated when we were, it didn't get actually heated. It was an impassioned conversation
Which I expect no less from two ghost hunters who are the best in their game.
The context is an episode from a month or so ago. It's, what episode was it, Matt?
49.
Episode 49, where I debunked some of Ryan's evidence.
That.
Yeah, Ryan was incredulous that somebody could not reveal that there was a dog upstairs to him.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, as a producer of Ghost Files, what do you think? What do you think about that? Like, if somebody doesn't reveal something, is that a terrible, oversight, or is it expected? Like, what,
For the most part, we go into these things assuming that the locations also want us to have the best, cleanest investigation possible, and it's not like I'm going to show up to every place and be like, hey, do you have a dog that's going to make noise? Are they here? Like, are you going to be here, like, cooking in the kitchen next door? Like, are you going to be doing any of these noise-making things? Are you going to be playing bowling upstairs?
Playing bowling?
Of all the things at a haunted house,
what do you do? What do you do?
What do you call, like, a tennis match? Is a bowling match? Game of what do you? How do you bowl?
Lizzie, what are you talking about?
No, quick.
Roll balls.
No, but like.
Have we been at a haunted location that has sort of a There Will Be Blood style bowling in it?
No, okay, look, this is what I was thinking of. Have you guys seen that YouTube video where it's these people, they're upstairs neighbors, and they're like, our floor is your canvas. Or
yes, I
your
have seen
ceiling
that.
is our canvas type of thing. And they're at one point they're like bowling and they're like trying to bounce like a bunch of basketballs.
Those are my upstairs neighbors.
I don't love that for you.
No, I had this thing recently. This isn't a full detour. We'll get back to it. But our upstairs neighbors have at some point now twice. This happened like a year or two ago, and then it happened again a couple weeks ago. For some reason, their balcony, they just like leave a hose on, and their balcony like fills up with water and then starts leaking onto our balcony.
Wow!
And I will I of course did not go up there and knock on there. I just submitted a work request and was like, hey, it seems like maybe the unit above us is flooding.
That's so passive aggressive.
Scary.
Well, you're supposed to go through the system. I was tempted to just go up there and knock on the door and be like, hey, what is happening up here?
The one time I went and knocked on my upstairs neighbor's doors, they got super pissed at me. So I do recommend just going through your managers.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
One time, this is real. I heard a story. This is real. Friend of a friend in LA. They're upstairs. They had this like big weird leak on the ceiling.
I'm scared.
Is there a body? What's happening? Where's this going?
It was a dead body.
Oh no!
It was decomposed. It was the juices.
No.
Did the person?
It was the juices.
Did the person? Was it a murder or?
No, it was just I don't know the details. I don't think it was a murder. I think it was just a sort of an old, person, or just a person who died.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I would move out so fast. I could
keep an eye on those, those ceiling stains if you got them.
No, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Well, now you think about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, Ghost Files. Bowling.
Yes.
You go there.
Nobody answered like you play a round of pool. You do a match of tennis match. What is the thing of bowling?
A bowling
game?
match?
A game
Is
of
it a
bowling.
match?
It's a game of bowling.
bowling?
I know what you're saying though.
Let's go for a couple rounds of bowling. No.
No.
Frames?
I think it is.
Could be frames.
Let's knock out some frames.
I think it is a round of bowling.
A round of
Matt, Google
a game of bowl.
A game of bowling consists of 10 frames. Each frame it just says game.
Game.
What is a round of bowling called?
Okay,
Nothing.
I'm gonna stick by play bowling.
I like it.
So don't bowl.
I know what you're saying though, because we and I won't name where it is, but there was one place that we went for Unsolved where we found the site rep. We had to go back to the base because normally it's like the only place that has like Wi-Fi or coffee or whatever. And then the site rep was laying on his back with a projector on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Watching train videos.
Yeah.
I
was like, this is incredible.
And I've never been more jealous of another human.
Oh my God. Because it was, I don't know, I'm trying not to identify it, but it was very cold. It was very snowy.
It was.
Believe this, but tell me where you were.
What?
What a weird place to be doing that.
Well, here's the thing. You're a site rep for the place. You got to stick around all night.
Don't get me wrong. I love this for them.
And like,
Yeah.
it was the pit of winter.
It was so cold and it was
And
blustery.
They had one like real cozy little office space. Well, it was an old building. So it was like genuinely very cozy and snug in there. And they were just, we had been walking around this place in the freezing cold for like 4 hours at this point, and we checked in to just get coffee or something, and I was like, oh my god, this looks so nice. I just want to be here
Can I watch train
with this
videos with
man
you?
watching train videos.
I would watch train videos on that. I just love the idea of someone being like, okay, if I this would be more comfortable if I laid down.
Yeah,
Well, but if I lay down, I can't see the projector.
I've never
So
crossed
good.
the threshold into projector life, but it's been something for like 10 years where I'm like, I gotta get a projector.
I've been flirting with it every year. When Black Friday rolls around, I'm eyeing projectors.
They're really expensive if you want to get a good one.
Remember
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in high school, maybe college, I remember one of my friends in my hometown, their house had just like, it was kind of on one of the more main drags in Schaumburg, and the house just like one side was just a big white sort of wall, and
Damn.
he would project like Mario Kart and Wii tennis, and we'd just go over there like on a Friday night and just play for like 4 or 5 hours.
Amazing.
People would drink, and
Yeah.
God, it was great.
The
Yeah.
dream.
My friend used to throw house parties and he would project. He had a backyard and he would project like that big white wall and he would just project movies massive
Great.
on the outside.
I've always
walls.
wanted to
great.
do
So
that.
nice.
I gotta get a projector.
There, I mean, you can get a decent one for cheap, but
I need
if you
like
want
a-
one in your house.
I need a yard.
that you don't have to turn. all
I
the
want a
lights off
yard
for.
projector.
But anyway, yeah, people, the site reps who do things.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, we kind of go in on good faith, and I am typically like, please don't be around. Some locations, they are like, no, we need to have a site rep. There's always someone there. There's always someone
there.
around,
Yeah. Here's the thing. I want to, and this was sort of coming from when Ryan was saying, I was encouraging Ryan, like, well, then you should have like a code of ghost hunt, like location ethics for ghost hunting. And he should make that. But then at the same, I think we should all get together with all the other ghost hunters.
And make a code?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
That's actually
Have
kinda
a
fun.
summit.
That's a good idea.
The Ghost Hunter Summit.
How would
Seneca
how would
Falls.
that be enacted? Genuinely thinking, like if everybody said, okay,
No, it
we're
wouldn't.
not gonna,
It wouldn't.
Well,
Here's the thing.
you don't give up just now.
No, I'm saying it wouldn't be. You'd have to like give them like a little document and be like, here's, what we expect out of you.
Well,
Which
I mean,
we
it-
essentially
it-
do already.
It could be like the no animals were harmed in the making of this. This paranormal investigation adhered to the whatever the
Yeah, the
Bergara
the
code.
NATO of ghost hunters
Yeah.
in America.
and then you have to get the site rep to agree to that. And when they don't, and then
Yeah.
they're sus.
Mm.
I like this.
I like it
Here's
too.
the thing. I think that would cause at least half of all haunted locations to like shut down.
Well, I mean, look, good.
No, not good.
Not
I'm the
good.
one who needs to be booking these places.
No, I know, but I'm saying, that, look, if your whole thing is like, if you're like trying to do all these scientific experiments and you can't even confirm what the labs are doing, right?
No, look,
and then
I
the labs
agree.
go, we don't want to agree to
The
that.
lab, the
Yeah, what-
you're doing okay. I see. I see.
If you're like the governing scientific body, because you have to do peer review and stuff, but you can't. The one of the labs that you're talking to goes, well, I can't give you all this details, all these data, all this information. Then you go, well, I can't trust anything that happened there.
have they caught those other monkeys
I'm
yet?
really on to something here.
I think you are.
At the time of this recording, there were 43 escaped monkeys from a lab.
What?
Are you guys aware of this?
No.
No.
What?
43 monkeys escaped from a lab. And then there was breaking news like yesterday, and it was like 1 monkey has been caught, and someone
Good for those
retweeted it,
monkeys.
and they were like 1 out of 43 ain't bad.
20, there are 13 still available.
There's 13 still. Oh, okay.
They've gotten 20. They've gotten
Whoa.
30.
Where?
That's
Where?
sad.
They escaped from a it's like a monkey lab.
But where is the monkey lab?
I don't know.
South Carolina.
It's in South Carolina.
Good
I
for
don't know if
monkeys.
the place that they escaped from, I
Ugh.
forgot the name of it, but the website has, I don't know if it's a fake website that someone made as a joke once the monkeys escaped, but the website just has pictures of monkeys.
Like
Like-
missing.
No, it's being like, we do important scientific work. And then it's like a picture of a monkey.
biomedical testing on monkeys. Ugh.
Oh.
I hate that they have been captured.
There's too many. They got to let them go. That makes, because that's South Carolina.
Yeah.
Monkeys in South Carolina. When I was reading that news story, I was like, there's probably more monkeys around than we even know. You just don't know. They're everywhere. Anyway, that's monkey news.
Thank you.
So back to this contract we want everyone to sign.
Well, no, you know what I'm saying, right?
No, I agree with you.
All of the main ghost hunters, your Sam and Colby's, your Ghost Adventures, your Ghost Hunters, you all, the other ones, Garrett Watts.
Yeah.
You go, okay, if you can't adhere, and they don't have to be like rigid, but at least say we confirmed that nobody was here when we were filming this. I think the site reps could be allowed. They would have to be. But I'm saying that they can confirm that no other people were on the property outside of those.
No tampering.
The site agreed that nobody was here when we were filming this. That'd be probably first one after the Sorrel House.
Well, you know what else?
No dogs.
You know what else I think should, not only that, peer-reviewed ghost evidence.
Oh!
I would also like a
Peer-reviewed.
Yelp page for haunted locations. That would make my job so much easier.
We go on a ghost hunt. That is a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Please. Somebody who knows how to website, make a ghost hunting
Shriek.
haunted. There we go.
Yelp is a
Yep. No, I
Yep,
got it.
yep.
It's good. No, I like it. Somebody please
Yelp
make
itself sort of works. Yelp.
that.
I think sort of in the way that they have like intimacy coordinators now.
Yes.
I should be that, but for ghost hunts, I want to be there. I want to be the sort of the
referee.
paranormal intimacy coordinator.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Yes.
You know what? That could be your next career.
I love that.
Like, it should be mandatory to have a third party on location with you
I like
to
that.
oversee the investigation.
Yes.
I
that's
really
fun.
like the idea of you being a referee and having like a, the classic white and black striped shirt on.
With a whistle? I want a whistle.
I'm gonna say I think if ghost hunters are serious, this should happen.
It might never happen. And by might
I wonder
never,
what
it
Brian
will
Sterling
never.
Veet would have to say.
Probably quite a lot.
He'd be down.
Karate chop me in the neck.
He's the guy who wrote this article about
60-second ass workout.
no, okay, yes, he did that as well, but he talked about how ghosts
Spooky.
can die after 100 years.
What?
I feel like our code is probably
More rigid.
really rigid, really strict here. I mean, we have you, or you're built into the show, but then also our team. How many people on our team are actually Bergaras, and how many
Matt's got an idea.
Shaniacs?
Matt's got an idea.
Why doesn't Ryan do this and say I'm making the code and I'm asking other people?
Throwing down the gauntlet.
Yes, I'm asking other people to adhere to this. Every episode of Ghost, because we have a code established already,
Yeah.
right? There's things that we won't do.
And we have to go and vet the other people. And I go as a referee and I do have the whistle.
I think people are really going to like what I'm saying here. Me
I wonder how Ryan reacts.
Me before I tweet something that gets me out of a ton of trouble.
Lizzie, do you see yourself as a ghost hunter?
No.
I don't either.
I mean,
I don't
the
see
thing,
myself
like,
as a
I don't do hunting while I'm there.
Well, but you're part of the process of making sure that these are legitimate, authentic ghost hunts.
Not really. I mean, well, you
are. No,
you
you're-
book the
I
place.
mean-
Yeah, you are. You book the place. Not when we're there. You're not like.
I mean, to an extent, like I'm making sure to the best of my ability, nobody's running around or moving while things are happening, or if there's a creak or a bump, it's not a crew member, like running into something or shifting their weight. But or like if we have questions about stuff, like where rooms are, that I'm in contact with the site rep to make sure we're looking for the right ghost in the right spot type of thing. So like in that way, yes, but I'm not out there with the tools asking questions and stuff, which like could be fun. I just, I'm
You're busy.
busy.
Busy Liz.
Yeah, but you're part of the process of that. So, I mean, maybe I'm just extrapolating too much here, but like you're the one who's figuring out, what gear we're going to be using, what challenges that they're going to be doing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. I'm just not the one doing the hunting.
Gotcha.
You know.
So all of that
I'm lining it
responsibility
up.
lies on Ryan, really. And your responsibility is...
And me.
You just said I'm not a ghost hunter like 10
Yes,
seconds ago.
but I do ghost hunt. I just don't consider it my full-time job.
We need to unpack this.
I've said before, people, I get more haircuts than I go ghost hunting. I'm more of a professional haircut getter.
Yeah.
I go ghost hunting 6 times a year. Next year, it'll be more.
How often do you get your haircut?
Okay, maybe.
But like,
I get my haircut every like 3 months, so maybe not 6 times a year.
how often is an astronaut going into space?
I don't know, but they spend all their time training to go into space.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay,
so you ghost hunt, but you're not a professional. But you get paid. I don't know.
I eat celery more times
Look,
than I
an
ghost.
NBA season is like 6 months if you don't make the playoffs. They have a huge
Yeah,
off
but
season.
you're like training and stuff for it.
In the off season, they don't really train that much. Some of them don't.
I do the opposite of training for ghost hunting. I actively try to forget things about it. Try to become worse at it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. One more question for Lizzie. Are you a Bergara? Are you a Shaniac? You've talked about this before, like I think on tour and other stuff before, but
Yeah.
clear it up.
None of the above. And I'm not a cheek splitter, whatever gross term Malcolms we're calling him now.
Did we take that to the pod?
I think we took that to the pod.
I don't know what that is.
Did we?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was just to recap, someone at one of the shows said that I would posit Malcolm would be the perfect thing for the people who are in the middle. Very funny. Very good.
That's good. That's good.
I would not say I'm one of those either. The whole argument is like Shaniac, don't believe. Bergaras do. Malcolms are like, whoa, I don't know, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the fence. I can't tell. I don't want to know.
Oh.
Because if ghosts are real, freaky, yuck, I hate that. And if they're not, what the fuck
Why is
am
that
I
a freaky
doing with
yuck?
my
I
life?
hate that.
Because it's freaky.
But ghosts to you, malignant, scary, no good, evil?
I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Even if we
They've never
ran
killed
into
anyone.
like a Casper situation, like
Can
a
you
friendly
imagine that?
ghost.
Or his funny uncles?
Yeah, with a little wispy.
Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch.
Yeah. That
Brad Garrett's first role.
good for him.
Casper. the
Nice.
film
You
Casper.
know? Why do you know that?
I watched Casper a lot as a child.
Okay.
I thought it was good. I had a big crush on Christina Ricci.
Okay.
Very nice.
I thought human boy Casper was kind of cute.
Devin Sawa.
Devin Sawa?
Yeah.
You and every other girl in my grade.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, what's he got that I don't?
A lot.
He was in Little Giants too, wasn't he? Was he in Little Giants?
I don't know, but he's in Final Destination.
Football film. Yeah, he is in Final Destination. He's doing good work in that one.
Also, Thackeray Binks.
Oh, Thackeray Binks with his billowy shirt.
Also, I found out his name is Thackeray.
Yeah, TH.
And not Zachary this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I thought
Thackeray.
it was Zachary Binks.
Old timey New England. Yeah, Thackeray. They got to bring back Thackeray, right?
They made the second one. That one. Oh, you mean the name?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, the Hocus Pocus 2.
Yep.
Which I recall, I watched that and I was like, yeah,
I had
that's
a lot
movie.
of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know?
It's probably as good as the first one. No?
No.
Is the first one incredible?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
There's those
I can
movies.
confirm it's pretty
I know we're past Halloween right now, but I always love those Halloween movies that present sort of such an idyllic, beautiful, picturesque Halloween that you don't see in your town unless you live in like some
Vermont.
Right, exactly. And I'm just always like, I want that.
I know.
There aren't enough fun Halloween movies.
Yes,
Like
you're
a
right.
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie Halloween, which again is just presenting this really wonderful, beautiful Halloween. The story itself, I remember absolutely nothing from. I got nothing.
I
I
like
don't
that
even
movie.
know what this is.
I like
It's the
that.
Adam Sandler Halloween movie that came out on Netflix like 3 years ago.
It's pretty funny.
That was a thing.
It's pretty funny, right?
I like
Tim
it.
Meadows is doing.
I was going to watch it this year and I just ran out of time. I was watching Freddy fucking Krueger.
Freddy fucking Krueger. You've been
Of course
watching
you
any
are.
horror movies lately, Lizzie? You were on the Alien. Did you finish your Aliens or Predators?
No.
What were you doing?
No, both.
You doing both?
I was doing both. I haven't watched a single one since the last time I was on this podcast.
Did you
Are you
It was like
kidding?
episode 16 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was probably in the
Um,
20s.
My roommate and I were no longer roommates. So
They were roommates.
it was easier
That's very good.
when we were living in the same casa. No longer.
You've been binging something recently, though, right? Was it Lost? Were you watching Lost?
Yeah, I still have 3 episodes of that left, and it's just so bad at the end that I can't get into it.
The last season is kind of a weird one.
Yeah, but right now I am simultaneously rewatching for like the 7th time of both of them, Sister Wives and Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
good stuff.
Speaking
Christina
of
Gossip
Ricci
Girl
on
is
Grey's
next.
Anatomy. Remember that one?
You say so.
Remember Christina?
Yeah,
Bomb in the Body.
I forgot about
It was on after the
that.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
so
Cool,
I
that's
watched
a good
it.
one.
I said, Christina in my Grey's?
My last question for you, Lizzie, and this actually applies to all of you all because you all have been on ghost hunts. What was the scariest location you've been to? Could be Unsolved or Ghost Files. And it, I assume you've never seen a ghost, but scariest just generally.
I'm curious what yours is, Lizzie, because I think I know mine.
I mean,
I got one.
yeah, I'm curious as to what yours is. I think just from vibes, probably Saint Ignatius.
It's St. Ignatius. Yeah.
It
Wow.
was just such
It's a scary place.
Good, creepy, classic.
Also, remember when we went over to that
haunted
like
building.
other building that was like, it wasn't a part of the main building. It was across like the little path.
The morgue that was underneath.
Was it the morgue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the morgue.
It's just like so piled with old junk and
It was
garbage
good.
and it was
that-
like wet.
yeah.
It was so creepy.
I made everybody wear masks in there because it was
Yeah, for good reason.
nasty.
Yeah, that is one of the, go back and watch some of that one, Steven.
It was great.
Do you watch Ghost Files?
Yes,
Can you handle
yes,
it?
I watched Ghost Files. I spent a lot of time saying that Ghost Files isn't that scary.
It's pretty scary.
And I can watch it, I think, because I know you guys.
Yeah.
But I'll admit, I don't like horror stuff.
No.
And it is because I get too immersed and too scared.
I love it. It puts me to sleep though. Like if I can't sleep, I'll put on a scary movie.
horror
It's so
mo-
weird.
what?
Really?
People are always.
What
yeah,
are your go-to
I
like
don't even
bedtime
have
horror movies?
just whatever. I'll just like look at the horror genre on
Hostel.
Amazon or
Saw.
I
You
would
know,
love to be the
they
kind of
just
person
knock
who
me out.
falls asleep to TV or movies, but I've never been able to do that.
yeah. It has to be
People are like,
something that
I
I'm
love to
not
put on some Frasier, you know?
invested in or I've seen
Yeah.
100 times. So like Sister Wives or Greys, I'll also put those on to fall asleep.
Do you guys
or,
fall asleep
like,
on the couch at night ever?
The Ring?
No.
I've never
No.
done that.
My
You know.
couch. I'm too long for my couch.
Maybe that's the thing. It's the
I'm not-
tallness.
I don't think I'm too long for my couch because we have a long couch.
Nice.
And, if Sarah's in bed and I'm,
If
you
you're
know-
sprawled out on the couch, you can go head to toe.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm so jealous, man.
Nice.
we've got one of those like L couches,
Steven,
I
you got
see.
a big couch too.
I can't fit on
but
it.
we
though.
intentionally
Really?
bought a big
Yeah.
one because I'm a giant,
You big boy.
Yeah. Bigger furniture, bigger clothing.
But it always seems that when people are like, oh, I was binging a show on the couch and I fell asleep and I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like, I gotta go to bed. I'm like,
Mm.
that sounds fun to fall asleep on a couch.
My old roommate used to do that all the time. But she wasn't even on the couch. She was in like a chair, like a armchair like this.
Oh, I'd love a
Whoa.
chair. I've always thought about how fun it would be to get a chair. Like one of those chairs. Maybe you read in the
A
chair.
recliner.
Like a
Loungy
big
sofa
nice
chair.
recliner.
Hers
some
wasn't
kind.
even like
Not
a
a lazy
recliner
boy.
though. Hers was like this. Maybe like a little wider.
Even this, like a chair like this in my home. Me sitting in this chair reading a book, drinking a coffee.
Could you fall asleep in that though?
Let me try.
Yeah. Give it
I mean,
a
I'm not
whirl.
gonna try fall
What do you
asleep. I just
got?
want to get in a
Try to actually
position.
fall asleep.
Oh yeah, if I did this.
Nosferatu style. He's laying
Gonna do
Nosferatu style.
That's
His legs
nice.
straight out, his arms crossed.
This is
He's
how I sleep
leaning
at night.
back.
I sleep.
It looks like you've put a Tetris piece in the wrong spot.
Did you know Tetris pieces all have names?
What?
Yes. Okay.
Like Clyde,
What's the line called? Is it?
Deborah.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna Google this. I forgot about this fact.
Just
I haven't thought
recently,
about this
Lizzie,
in,
have
like,
you played
years.
Tetris Effect?
No, what's that?
What is that?
Matt?
Event.
Matt, have you? Yeah. I heard people talking about Tetris Effect because it came out in like what 2016, 2017. It's old now.
All wash, in the last 10 years.
Yeah, no idea. But I remember when it came out, people were like, Tetris Effect is really good.
They were whispering at a level that the mic would not pick up.
That's right. And then out of boredom, like a few weeks ago, it was like a Friday night, and I was like, oh check out that Tetris effect that people were talking about.
It sounds
8
like a
years
game
ago.
where your gun is a block from Tetris and you're shooting little blocks.
It's just Tetris,
I love Tetris.
but it's from the makers of Tetris, and they worked on it for a very long time. And each level kind of has its own
Tetris.
And I had a hard time. I was never excited about it because I'm like, what are they going to do? It's Tetris, but it's like the music kind of goes with it, and then there's like all these visuals, and each level kind of has a theme. It's gorgeous.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So, there's the 2L pieces. I don't know how to
Mhm.
Yeah,
explain which one is which. One is called Orange Ricky.
Oh, they actually have people names.
No.
Oh,
So, yes and no.
okay.
So Orange Ricky and Blue Ricky. And then
Huh?
the
Is it because it's almost like an R if it's the other way around? If it's R, Ricky?
You should call it
because
Licky
it's
then.
an L shape.
Oh yeah, it should
How
be
are you
Licky
getting
and
an
Ricky.
R?
It's always the
Oh,
same.
Oh, I guess lowercase r. Yeah. No, I don't
Maybe.
think
Are
so.
they always the same color?
Well, I mean, these two are different colors, but
Yeah,
each-
orange and because they're
Yeah.
they're facing different ways.
And then the pieces that are
What's the square?
look like a Z.
the
There's
Z, the Z.
a Cleveland Z and the Rhode Island Z.
What?
These are made up.
Nope. The line is called Hero.
Yeah, that's good.
The one that's like a line with the little one in the middle.
Cleveland is a city and Rhode Island is a state. That makes no sense.
None of this makes
look,
any sense.
Don't shoot the messenger, man. The one that is like it's like 3 and then the one in the middle. It's called Tiwi.
That's good.
Tiwi's a
That
good
one
name.
actually makes
Yes,
sense.
I
that
agree
one
with you.
it feels like a Tiwi. And then the square is called Smash Boy. One word.
That makes me mad.
Smash Boy?
Smash Boy.
Smash Boy.
So it is Orange Ricky, Blue Ricky, Cleveland Z, Rhode Island Z, Hero, Tiwi, and Smash Boy. There you go.
This is the most ADHD podcast episode we've ever had.
This one's
Which is
pretty
great.
rough. This one's pretty
It's
rough.
great.
Guess who didn't take their Adderall this morning? Me.
And I'm saying rough as in from an editor's perspective, not that I'm not having a good time or
Smash
that is
Boy.
annoying.
Well,
to me.
I said that because I feel like people are like, wow, it's edited. Like, you guys are all over the place. No, we really just are.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to the topic. Matt, what's the scariest
That's-
place you've
what was
been
the
to
topic?
for
That's
Unsolved?
another good one to
Back to the topic?
Yeah, it's a
Clip
sort
that.
of the B-side
Yeah.
of next topic.
I'm gonna-
Back to the topic.
I'm gonna make sure to
Reverse.
grab that. Scariest place I've ever shot.
Yeah.
For Unsolved, I guess. Have you been on a Ghost House?
I've not been on Ghost Files at all.
Unsolved, you were with us on a really fun trip.
Oh yes, that was a good one.
All I've heard about the trip that you went on was there was lots of fighting.
There wasn't a ton of fighting.
That's
it was
all
just,
I've heard. Maybe over pizza or something.
Oh, that was
there
just
a-
one
there was
story,
A pizza
yeah.
fight. It was a
I
pizza
don't
fight.
I just hear about the pizza fight all the time.
And
don't
I
know
was
what happened.
fully in control of the situation.
Okay.
I was trying to make someone angry for fun.
Got it. Sounded like it worked.
Oh my God, he
It
admitted
did.
it.
I went to Rolling Hills. What were any of them?
Rolling Hills, Christ, I forgot that was on that
That
trip.
was the worst place I've ever been.
Yes, that place was, it was like -10 and it was so windy.
Yeah,
Oh.
It was so cold.
that was really bad. I remember being like, we all had to put like, you know, when you got to put hand warmers in your gloves.
Yeah.
It's like this is no
Mm.
fun.
And the only bathroom there was like a porta potty outside. And I remember just
Yeah.
being like, oh, God.
I think we were all like, I'm just not gonna go.
No, I went to pee and I was just like, this is like coldest. Like I was peeing and shivering and I was just like,
Freezing as on the way out.
Yeah.
I think that one was probably the most uncomfortable, and then the Ohio Reformatory was probably the scariest
Mm.
because they had that walkway underneath,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and that was one that, like, again, I've not really experienced anything on these trips, but there were moments where I had to go pick up a static cam, and it was this long hallway. Like that was just a place so massive that you can't even imagine people built it. You know?
Okay, I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
This is for both of you guys since you've been
Okay.
ghost hunting. Steven, you are welcome to
Oh,
weigh
I'll
in
jump
as
in.
well. When you're in a big, scary, with quotations or without quotations, up to you, building, do you prefer Or which do you find scarier? Like a long hallway where you can't see the end, or a hallway that's very curvy so you can't see what's around corners? What freaks you out more?
Curvy.
I think what freaks me out more is the long hallway.
Oh,
Like
so
the
not
straight
curvy.
one?
You
Well,
like-
the question was, which do you prefer? And
Oh,
then
which do
as
you
I
prefer?
answered, Lizzie switched the question.
I did. Sorry. Very
Um,
tricksy. Which one? Yeah. Which do you prefer, and or which do you think is scarier?
I think scary is a long hallway. Seeing the darkness is, I think, more
Yeah.
to freak me out. Curvy, no big deal.
I
You know
agree,
what
I agree with that.
Really freaks me out is like municipal buildings
Big
that
time.
nobody are in,
Big time.
but the lights are still.
I used to, when I was in college, I worked at a school district on a grounds crew.
I love the grounds crew stories.
I loved working on a grounds crew.
So many grounds.
We had to dig out cricks and, do mulch. And it was sometimes they would just use us as movers. So we would be moving like, filing cabinets full of textbooks all day. It was great. I had a great time. But one of the schools was old. It was shut down and used for storage. And it was like in the middle, it was in a subdivision, but it was kind of like wooded around it. And you'd be there in the middle of the day and there was no one there. And everything around the school was kind of like overgrown. So it was, there was like, ivy crawling all over it. And you'd have to go there every now and then because we still had to cut the grass and do grounds work around it. But you also had to go there every now and then and like go in and get stuff. And it was very like Last of Us vibes,
I love that.
just like an old empty municipal building.
Spooky.
Very creepy, even during the daytime.
I hate the creepiest building that I feel like I've been in outside of Ghost Files was a convent, like an old convent.
That's scans. Nuns are scary.
When I was living in London, my friend Giacomo.
Were you a nun?
No.
Giacomo.
Yeah.
He was Swiss.
That moment.
Giacomo. My friend Giacomo, he was like babysitting this convent. I don't know why. I think his aunt was a nun there.
He was
or
babysitting
something.
nuns?
No, it was empty. It was
Oh,
no
he
one
was like
there.
he was like a groundskeeper.
Sort of. We were going to school together and they were just letting him stay there for, I think, free or like
That's
very
pretty
low
cool.
rent, all by himself. And it
Was
was
he a musician?
no.
That's all the trappings of a horror movie.
I know.
You'll
See,
be the
but this is
caretaker of
the
a
thing, though.
convent.
Don't go in this room.
Yeah.
He one day had me and then two of our other friends over at the convent, and I can't remember what we were doing. There was like 42 bedrooms or something, and they're all like quite small, and it was down this really long hallway. And Giacomo didn't tell us this, but there was for whatever reason we were all split up, and he didn't tell us this, but he had some weird special button that he could push, and all of the doors in this hallway would swing shut simultaneously.
Whoa.
And he pushed that button while we were all like spread out in this hallway. And it was the creepiest shit I have ever.
That's pretty cool.
It was like, so we were all like, what the hell is
That's
going on?
scary to imagine.
That was
And then
scary.
we hear him like cackling from the dark on the other side of the
Oh
building.
my god! Do they lock when they close? That would scare the shit out of
Did
me.
you
No, I don't think
did you
so.
pause and go, that's Giacomo's cackle? The cackle of Giacomo.
Son of a bitch. No, they did not lock. And yes,
Scary.
I did
That's
recognize
cool.
It was him.
Pranking in a
Yeah.
scary place is the like
was
number
good.
one way to know that you're gonna die in the horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done for.
He would have gone first. He was in the kitchen making us all pasta.
What?
Yeah.
That's great.
This is
How
shining-
long did you
shining
stay
for
at this convent?
I mean, I was just
Just visiting?
hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, it was in Lewisham. If anybody is familiar with
Chime off if you're in the
London.
comments from Lewisham.
Lewisham, London. No, he was there for I think
I wanna look this
basically
up.
the whole time.
It's still there? Is it still there?
I think so. He's not there anymore. I don't know if it is full of nuns again or if it's turned into something else. I also love a place that just has a dusty, abandoned wheelchair.
It is nice. It's
You
like
know?
BioShock. Yeah.
It's a big vibe. Real
Yeah,
specific.
the hospitals are pretty scary.
I would
Yeah.
love to visit Rapture, BioShock. That'd be a good. That's my dream. I wish I could live in BioShock.
It's not a real place.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately.
Here, I have a question for you. If you could ghost hunt anywhere that's fake.
BioShock.
That is such a good question.
The City of Rapture. Have you played BioShock?
I've not.
Lizzie?
I'm sorry.
When are you going to play
deep
BioShock?
in Final Fantasy 14 online.
Oh, you're
sickness.
done. You're done then for any other video games.
I know.
For the rest of your
Is
life.
14? Matt, are you a Final Fantasy guy?
No.
Oh.
But I played 14, and if you get over to the single players, your life is over as you know it.
I only played one Final Fantasy. It was Final Fantasy 8, which I don't think there's a lot of love for.
Sam loves Final Fantasy.
Really?
8.
Oh, I'll have
Yes,
to
I
talk
think
to her
it's
about
her
that.
favorite and only one that she cares
Wow.
about.
It's one of those things where I have like a rich history, especially in my youth, of being like, oh, there's this cool thing. I guess I'll check it out. And then I always get into it one after like the hugely popular one.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other examples offhand, but I can't. But yeah, Final Fantasy. Obviously, people love Final Fantasy 7. Never played that.
No, it's really good.
So people say.
And now they have remakes that are incredible.
Yeah.
I started playing the remake at some point, but it's not the whole story.
No,
it's
the
only like a
first
part
half,
of it,
yeah.
right?
But
Are they
well,
gonna
here's
do
the
more?
thing. Here's the thing about Final
16
Fantasy, and I'll
too.
talk about it for a very short time.
I'd
I
like
really
to
don't know
more.
that much about
I would
it.
like to know more.
So Final Fantasy VII was the original one that tells that story. And then there's Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Right.
which tells the story, but without spoiling too much, the alternate events.
Oh.
So it's kind of like this. It doesn't happen in the remake, and then there's Rebirth, which is the second one, which just came out. That is taking that further and saying the events that you know from the first Final Fantasy VII may be incongruous with what happens here. So it's all of, and then we don't know how they're tying it all up, but it's basically kind of a remake, kind of a redo, kind of like Star Trek when they did the Spock thing again.
This is why I have a hard time getting into the franchise.
Well, same, yeah.
This is like Neon Genesis, that show.
All that.
Where people are like, well, you got to watch this one. And then there's this movie that's like sort of retelling the whole story, but it's a little different. And you shouldn't watch this, but you should.
Yeah. But I think that they do a really good job in being like, basically, if you played it this way, it's going to look completely different and be completely different. A lot of what you remember, but there's value added for a different experience, which is cool. I don't play those games. I played 7 when I was a kid, but I know people who love them. And I might have been wrong about something.
The Resident Evils are like that too, right? Where they're like,
they change
these
a
don't
little
really
bit.
have anything to do with the other.
Yes.
I'm also playing one of those right now. and
Which
I'm
one?
Real bad.
4.
4.
Yeah, everybody's going for 4 right now.
4. It's my
Yeah, 4 was everybody's
ex-roommate's
favorite.
boyfriend's favorite game, and he lent me his, and I'm so bad at it.
I think I got Resident Evil 2 as a Christmas gift when I was a boy.
So 2, like Resident Evil 2 is the Final Fantasy 7 of Resident
Yes,
Evil.
yes, yes.
It is this is the one that everybody pulls all of the stuff from.
That was maybe my first learning that I did not enjoy horror games, because
Those
I
are
got
really
it for
scary.
Christmas. I started the game and I was like, on a street surrounded by zombies or whatever. And I was like, this is scary. I
Yeah.
played 10 minutes of it, never touched it again.
It's that fixed camera.
Yeah.
It's really unnerving. And then you open the doors, and then maybe sometimes there's a zombie.
I'm learning that I really like horror games. I just played
I
Phasmophobia
can't
for
do
the
'em.
first time this past
Oh,
week.
you got a squad?
I mean, so my friend LaRue Mackenzie is his Twitch
Everybody
name.
you know has the most fun names.
I
But
mean,
that's a Twitch
this
name.
is his Twitch name.
Yeah.
It's not his real
Giacomo
name.
and LaRue.
Giacomo and LaRue.
When you say
LaRue
Giacomo,
Mackenzie.
I imagine a cartoon rooster. I don't know why. A French rooster smoking a cigarette.
That I cannot tell you how accurate that feels
Yeah?
for Giacomo.
Oh, good.
But I played Phasmophobia for the first time on his Twitch stream with a couple of his
You were on a stream.
You're a streamer now?
Fun.
streamer.
Damn.
Baby. I
The
think
3
I
of you
really
guys are
suck at it.
streamers.
Am I a streamer?
You on that show, everything.
Oh, everything, now.
show.
Shout out
We
to the
love
Everything Now
Everything Now
boys.
show.
You're on that
That's
show,
fine.
which is the Matt Real Twitch channel.
Um,
We're in our streaming era, huh?
you know what you got to
Guess
check
so.
out? Fortnite. I'm back on Fortnite, baby. Matt, I played a little bit with Matt last night before I went to see
Yeah,
Heretic.
well, if I download Fortnite, I'll let you know.
Right now,
Afraid
Eminem
yet.
is in the game.
Male.
Wait,
Oh, wait. I was going to do it with music.
you gotta wait until the second time.
You got to do it twice? Do you always do it twice?
No, I fucked it up. Oh, I wanted to add something too. Now that I have a camera.
Oh, you're watching it go by?
Matt, if I bring in a recording of my dog barking, can
Please
you
do.
throw it in there?
Absolutely.
But can you then...
Can I bring
you
in
then,
my dog?
Yeah.
Can you then
Hold on.
edit it so it is on the beats? Like,
Yeah. I saw a comment that said, and like it was all caps. It was like, the mailbag segment is just exactly how a hot dog got started.
I did notice that. I didn't want to draw attention to it, but it was piece by piece. We built an epic.
Speaking of comments, I think we're going to start actually jumping in the comments every Monday. So,
Oh, yeah? I'll do that.
If you're leaving comments on there,
I got a
we'll
lot
be there
to
with you.
say.
Oh yeah.
I got a lot to say to you people.
I'm reading those comments. So
Yeah.
I'm in there.
People pointed out, and this did occur to me after we had this conversation about the thing about the ghosts only living 100 years. A very valid point, which is, well, we're also just sort of in a modern era where it's a lot easier to put up cameras and like there's less hearsay about
Oh,
ghosts.
sure. Yeah.
It's entirely possible that it's just like, well, we're just sort of reaching,
Well, yeah, we can confirm and debunk more evidence. now.
yeah.
Okay, here you go. This is a question from Toby.
Toby.
Hi, I'm Toby. My pronouns are they, them. And I'm a huge fan. And I especially want Matt to be included on answering this question. But if you were gifted a billboard on a really prominent street or highway where everybody sees this billboard and you could put anything you want on the billboard, what would you put on
Oh my
there?
God.
Would it
That's
be
good.
like fun facts about reptiles or your wife's Instagram or advertising watcher? It doesn't matter. But thank you so much, guys. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, Toby.
Thank you, Toby.
Sunset Boulevard.
That's fun.
That's what Toby's talking about. They didn't
I
say
remember.
it. They're talking specifically about Sunset
Sunset.
Boulevard.
Back in the day on the Sunset Strip has, I mean, I don't know why Sunset Strip is just like prime billboard area because it's like, it's all just people who work in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you got to hype yourself up in your own industry, but put those nice billboards elsewhere.
Yeah.
But Sunset Boulevard always has just the Sunset Strip in particular, just the stunning billboards. I remember back in
Really
the day
good.
when Inherent Vice came out, it was like this big fluorescent like woman with like a leg that was moving. I was like, the pure robotics involved in this are outrageous.
Good engineering.
I'd put a big robotic woman with her leg moving. What would I don't know. What would you guys do?
Look, I know nobody is wanting an answer from me, but I'm going to
No,
give
we
it.
do.
No, we did that.
My Venmo barcode is going up there. And it's just
Hey.
going to
that's
say,
good.
give me money with like a little thumbs up.
People can't take from you there, right?
No, they
No.
can't.
So it's just a way. So you probably get something.
That would be crazy
Yeah.
if you could just take money from people's Venmos. Mine.
You can request. You could request.
You
So,
can
like,
request.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully be making, I'd buy myself a big old house, get myself a good old projector, go hang out in the backyard, watch a movie, have a bonfire, light some candles, eat some popcorn. That's what I'm going to do with my Billboard Venmo money.
Venmo.
That
And
sounds
we'll
nice.
put her Venmo QR code right. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Right here. If you guys would like to pay me money, feel free to scan this barcode.
The barcode is just the clip art of me, by the way.
No, this is my actual Venmo.
Let the record
Right
show it is
there.
not.
Damn it.
Shane, did you answer?
No,
You could put my Venmo on your billboard too.
I
if you want.
could. I feel like I would want to put some sort of humanitarian message up there, like
Yeah.
don't litter,
Oh, yeah.
or just like
Use your turn signal.
things that use your
Oh.
That's a shame.
use your fucking turn signal.
I beg. Yeah, do that.
I
Please.
have so much rage in me.
Put your grocery carts away when you're done.
How about
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're turning,
That's
get in
a
the
big
turn
one.
lane?
Have
Don't,
we
like,
discussed
half and
cart
half?
narcs on here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember you've
That'd be fun.
you've shared your hatred.
Lizzie, have you
of-
seen cart narcs?
Yes, we've talked about it.
You
It
hate
wasn't
cart
on the
narcs?
podcast.
I love
no,
cart
it's
narcs.
hatred of people who
yeah,
are
Yeah.
Lazy Bones.
It's so
Lazy
good.
Bones.
Being a lazy. If you're not familiar, Cart Narcs is a YouTube channel. I don't know if it's still active. It probably
I
is.
think so, yeah.
It's a guy.
He might have been murdered.
He has franchised now because he's local to LA, but I think there's people in other cities who do it.
Because people don't put up carts anywhere.
Wait, what does he do?
He goes around parking lots and he just keeps an eye out for people who leave their carts like in the middle of a lot, and then he'll walk up to them and be like, "Meow, meow." He's the most annoying man in the world.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "I saw you left your," and a lot of times he'll put it behind their car.
He'll be like, "Hey, is this your cart?"
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh yeah," as they're getting their car, and he's like, "Oh, okay," and he'll grab it, and they'll be like, "Oh, thanks," and he'll just like park it behind the vehicle and walk away. It's so good. It's so good. Oof.
It's almost worth it because like 1 in every 25 people will be like, "Hey, you got me," and then they'll move it and they'll be like, "Sorry," and you're like, "Look at this."
Mm-hmm.
Someone just like putting their ego aside and admitting to, being lazy. But then if they like get pissed off and start driving away, he's got these magnetic bumper stickers that he always throws on their car that said like, "I'm a lazy bones."
It's so good. It's so
And
good.
man, some people have come very close to killing him.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man.
Living life on the edge.
I worked at a grocery store for a very long time, and I did that for a very long time. There are few to no excuses for not putting your cart
No,
away.
you gotta be decent in
Yeah.
this world.
It's because number one, it'll run into other people's cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the wind picks up. We had to chase them all over the place, and they would ding people's cars up. So, and it's also like at best case scenario, you're saying some person who's making probably minimum wage will have to take this.
And if you're not
some kid.
if you're not overburdened and you don't have a bunch of bags and you see someone left there, just grab it and take it.
I
over.
have that in me still from my days in
yeah.
the grocery store. I will grab multiple carts sometimes and bring them.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens when the person who has to get those carts doesn't have carts to get? They get to chill on their phone.
Yeah. And that's nice.
Take a break.
This only works if we all pitch in, you know?
Oh, God.
This world, this life.
It's true.
Some people are lazy and they'll never not be lazy, but you can be extra unlazy and try to offset it. And no,
So which message are you putting up there?
There's much. I did say no judgment. I don't know. There's a little judgment on that, but I'm not
I
saying
have
they're
quite a
horrible
bit.
people.
I have
but
quite a bit of judgment.
At the same time,
definitely.
We'll have to think that maybe there's some reason that they didn't
This
do
is
it.
the thing. This is a thing that you can do to make the world seem nicer. Is if someone cuts you off in traffic or something, or is driving like a shithead, you can be like, maybe they're on their way to the hospital. And you can do this every single time.
Yeah.
And you can do it 10 times on your way to work.
You can't.
Yeah.
And just be like, I'm trying to give everyone on this planet the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that. Maybe put your carts back.
Put your carts back
A-holes.
is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think shame works.
I agree.
I would say be kind to yourself and everyone around you. That would be on my thing.
Yeah, I was gonna lean into that initially at first, and then I got more specific. But
Yeah, more specifics probably does more help.
to yourself is a nice note.
Be kind
too.
to yourself.
I was gonna say be kind to others, but to yourself is also important. All right, see you next week, everyone. Lizzie, thank you for
Thank you,
hanging.
Lizzie.
Thanks for having
was
me.
great.
Fun time. And thank you, Toby, for the question.
Thanks, Toby.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Toby.
Toby.
Appreciate you. But yeah, let us know in the comments, scariest place you've been.
And give me your money.